What's up, everybody? How's it going? What's good? Welcome back to more FireRed versus LeafGreen. It is mostly LeafGreen and, you know, FireRed really not trying its hardest, but we're going to make it to Mount Ember and start our new hunt tonight, so yay. I'm excited. I'm excited. LeafGreen and friends. Welcome back to Pokemon LeafGreen, featuring my one Charmander from FireRed. Starring and featuring. Oh, it's been too hot, chat. It was 97 today. No. No. It's still 73. God damn it. Alright. It's too damn hot. You bought the Mega Dimension DLC. Welcome to Donut Hell Galaxy. Welcome to the Donut Prison Times. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Alright, let me get my Joy-Cons in the right hands. Let's immediately just get some FireRed stuff going. Alright, to recap, we got Lucky Girl the Persian. There's my Charmeleon. We got Dratini. We got my HM slaves who are not shiny, but everybody else is shiny. But yeah, it was too freaking hot. It's still hot. Gonna get some thunderstorms. I'm pretty sure there's rain like every day this week for me. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome back.
Hey, Claire, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back. My speakers are too loud. Okay. Gonna see more Ponyta and Rapidash than Magmar. Yeah, Magmar is only... Hold on, I have the stats. So here's what we'll be looking at, chat. Spearow is 10%, Fearo's 25%, Geodude and Machop are both 10%. Ponyta's 35%, and then Rapidash and Magmar are both 5%ers. So, not terrible. Not the greatest, but not terrible. Alright, let's actually finally get up here. The Sevi Islands are so... Like, it's giving me Gen 3 nostalgia, like Hoenn nostalgia. They feel like they're right out of the Hoenn games. Which makes sense. Maybe it's all the island and the water vibes, too. The lucky girl. Oh, speaking of lucky girl. This is not lucky boy, because you're not shiny. Geez, Persian's already almost level 40. That's... Whew. Getting up there already in level. Okay, we've already got caught by every trainer down here. So it doesn't matter. Light the fire in your heart. Ember Spa. Is Torkoal in here? See, like, I feel like I should be going to go fight Team Magma in here. This is where Team Magma is. We're gonna run into Maxie out here. The weather's gorgeous, perfect for a battle. Maria! With the Seadra. That's not Shadow the Hedgehog. I mean, they're also... That's a level 37 Seadra, so it's not like we're super overpowered. You know, we're big chillin'. I can't believe FireRed is over 10,000. We're gonna hit 11K. Oh, are you serious? Are you serious? Gen 1 has a lot of poison types. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, Wasabi, let's go. Hi, Jigglypuff. You could be shiny. Jigglypuff, I'd be okay with that. Yeah, Tyler, the shiny outline on Persian is genuinely nice. It has like a little ethereal pink glow to it. It's great. Aye! Oh boy, Tentacool. You sure do love encountering Tentacools in Gen 1 and Gen 2. And 3. And sometimes 4. Alright, we need a full heal. Lucky girl, you cannot be poisoned, my friend. You can't be poisoned like this. I will not allow it. Probably just have Wasabi in the front when it comes time to do the actual hunt. Just got shiny Magikarp, nice! I sure do love Orange Gary, it's great. Alright, we made it! We made it, chat. We're here. Definitely doesn't feel like I'm on Mount Pyre right now. Over here. We'll try digging here. The treasure the admins have been talking about, it should be here. Oh, really? What's up, everybody? How's it going? Yeah, what is this music? Why do we have cave music? That's not... It's not really fitting, is it? Are you gonna be a problem, ma'am? Do we need to... Where's, like, the best patch of grass? Let me look at the map. Let me look at the map real quick. Which I've just been using Strategy Wiki. That's my resource that I've been using if anyone is also shiny hunting in these games. This is the best... It might be the only... Let's see. I think I'll do this one. Oh. We've got to clear it. We got to clear Dratini. Boom. We're on the board. LeafGreen. You got a chance to do it again, my friend. You've got a chance to recreate it. Recreate the magic. Alright, here's our Spearow. Okay, I think it's time to get Wasabi out. Okay, good. We can go back to synchronized grass hunts. This will be easier on my brain. Okay. We got both the starters out. Let's throw down a save. Alright, we're so back. Alright, there's Ponyta right there. Great. I mean, Charmeleon isn't that far behind in levels, but we're very far behind. I haven't even gone through Mount Moon yet. Alright, there's Geodude. Did Geodude have a boom move? This weekend is DA weekend? Oh, shoot. Well, we'll definitely be participating in that. I hate explosion Pokemon. They're such a nuisance to deal with. Do I feel like going and getting a damp Pokemon just in the odds that Geodude is shiny? Not really. Maybe we need a tragedy to happen in LeafGreen to even the odds. There's Fearow. Fearow's here. There's Machop. Let's get this place humid. I was just talking with Tyler, like, I wonder what the next Pokopia event is gonna be, because the Sableye one and the Hoppip one were in the game, so they were data mined. And now we don't know. Now we got no idea. Fearow's so regal, it's got people thinking it's Ho-Oh. Ooh, 5% Rapidash! Very nice! That's very nice! What a majestic sprite. Actually, how did people... Oh. Alright, back-to-back 5%ers, chat. If there's a will, there's a way. You're still stuck in the lab. Oh, there's too many of you still stuck in the lab, chat. I hope Professor Oak grants you your shiny... What is happening? Am I on the Rapidash seed? This is like a shiny hunting within itself. What is happening? I've triggered the Rapidash seed. How is Charmeleon already level 32? Because I've been killing these, Pidgey. I EV trained Charmeleon. And then I got bored and I stopped. We got a whole bunch of speed EVs for Charmeleon. Killing the birds. Yeah, we got Big Bird and we got Little Bird. Every time you ran into Trainer and Champions, it's an annoying troll or staller. They're such cowards. They love hiding their identities. I just watched somebody go up against a not mega Scovillain with Moody and Substitute. The battle lasted like 30 minutes and they still lost. They should, you know what? Just take Moody out of the damn game. Moody is such a awful, atrocious, just pure RNG ability. Take it out. I would actively cheer if they took out Moody. I hate Moody. If I get a different shiny, will I keep going? Yes. My last target in LeafGreen was Fearow, but we walked away with a lucky Meowth Goral instead. Goodbye, Charmeleon. Yeah, Charmeleon, just head back, go through Pewter, just head through Viridian, and then go, burn down Professor Oak's lab. Yeah, the hidden power. I've looked at a few Smogon movesets to see what people were running on Pokemon in this era, because it's kind of a weird... It's a weird mixed bag, because it's still pre-special physical split. And the amount... Almost every single Pokemon I've looked up was running hidden power in some way, shape, or form. I don't think a lot of new gen players understand how common hidden power was. Which I don't miss hidden power either. It was always a confusing, annoying mechanic. But it definitely did nerf some Pokemon, that's for sure. Alright, we're already on 21 for Ponyta / Magmar. We haven't run into a Magmar yet. We've seen like 3 or 4 Rapidash. Rapidash and Magmar, both 5%ers. You beat Megastaraptor, nice. You lost a randomized Nuzlocke because of a moody Mega Slowbro. Ooh, that sounds disgusting. Moody is annoying enough in frail Pokemon like Glalie. Let alone in something like Mega Slowbro. That sent a chill down my spine. Does Flash Fire increase the odds of Firemons appearing? I want to say no. A lot of field abilities don't work properly in these games yet. I would love a fire... Give me Fire Magnet. Only fire types, please. Only after Gen 5. Yeah, Gen 5 was like... Gen 5 is like that Overwatch Mercy gif where she descends with her hand outstretched. Like, they gave us so much quality of life. Gen 5. I really like Ponyta's sprite. No way Meowth was 7777. It was! Hence the lucky girl nickname. Yeah, we should probably pick up Rock Smash. Love the synchronized sparkles. See, FireRed, we could be in harmony right now if you would just give me a frickin' shiny. We could live in shiny harmony. The only bad Gen 3 sprite is Emerald Rattata. For some reason, the Hoenn games have a few sprites that just look off. I don't like Houndoom's sprite in Emerald. There's a few of them that are odd looking. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too goddamn bad. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, these games have great sprite work, but particularly some of the... It's not the Gen 3 Pokemon either. It's either Gen 2 or Gen 1 Pokemon in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. 11K! Oh my god. Shame. I need my shame bell. Shame, FireRed, shame. You can't butter me up with a Nidoran female spawn. I'm over it now. I'm numb. I'm numb to the Nidoran female 1% spawns. I can't take it anymore.
Wobbuffet.
Well, I mean, Wobbuffet is here somewhere. Profound. I cried when he said Wobbuffet. A degree in a family. Yeah, FireRed and LeafGreen came out in what, 03? 04, 03? A Legends game for Kanto explaining the volcano at Cinnabar Island. I kind of want to see a Legends game in the future. We've gotten past and present, but I want to... Oh, there's Magmar. What's up, dude? He's kind of doing the 6-7. I don't know what to do with my hands, you guys. You've been using Alcremie. Fairy types are so good. Even some of the lesser, the ones you don't tend to think about. Like, people have been doing really well with Sylveon. Like, Hyper Beam Pixelate Sylveon hits like an absolute truck. Decorate is fun too. Alcremie has some fun tools. It was September 2004. That's crazy. I remember going and picking up FireRed and LeafGreen. Oh, there he is again! It's Boober. Look at how lovely Magmar shiny looks in this game, by the way. The pink. Very nice. Just saying, Magmar, if you want to show up and be shiny, it would be goated. What's up, Dragoon? Thanks for the good luck. A shirt at Walmart yesterday that said 6-7 on it. Can't you buy 6-7 nuggets? Chicken, like actual chicken nuggets? I feel like kids would already find it lame and outdated. Memes move very fast when you're a kid. Especially when all the adults get in on it. It's very uncool after a point. Charmeleon and Wasabi kind of match a little bit. I can't wait to see Charizard. Charizard. Oh, should I put a playlist on, chat? Now that we started the hunt? I probably should. Let me find it. Let me find a suitable one. I still don't understand why the cave music is playing at Mount Ember. We are not in a cave. It's not spooky here. Hey, congrats, Two Heart. That's awesome. Alright, let's... This cave song is great. I just don't think it's appropriate for Mount Ember. Alright, no, wrong playlist. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Shuffle. Okay. A Sony exec is demanding the next kid movie to feature a 6'7" joke. Congrats on hitting 11,000. It feels not like something to be celebrated. Okay, all of a sudden we're getting a ton of Magmar encounters. Alcremie and Sableye helped you get to Ultra Rank 1. Nice. The one for it was Sonic was it Sonic Unleashed, where you get an F rank and it plays like it plays insulting music. That actually kind of rules. They should bring that back if you really stink it up. All right, we hit 50. We're already making headway into the LeafGreen hunt. Cartoon Network's canceled shows. There's a lot of them. That Arceus hunt is one of my more favorite hunts. When I think of like my all-timer shiny hunts, that Arceus one from Shining Pearl, honestly, it kind of ruled. And then as soon as it showed up, I caught it in like one or two luxury balls. So it wasn't, it was, Arceus was nice and easy to me. It didn't fight me like some legendaries did. I think the legendary that I struggled to catch the most was like Virizion in Shield. I almost ran through all the love balls in my bag because Virizion did not want to get in one. What's up, Magmar? You should be shiny, brother. Yeah, Darkrai was my longest hunt before Nidoran Male. It was like 4 or 5K. Camp Lazlo got canceled because the creator didn't want McDonald's toys out of the show. Virizion did have no love in its heart. EV training, nice, good luck. What's up, Zarok? We just made it to Mount Ember and... Whoops, I'm walking too far away in FireRed. We just made it to Mount Ember and started our next LeafGreen hunt, so pretty good. Chronicles, I remember Chronicles. Mount Ember is on one island. It's after Bill intercepts you when you beat Blaine and you can join him and run your errands for Celio and him. Just started shiny hunting Latios and ZA. I put out YouTube videos on both Latios and Latios' hunts and then the Swords of Justice, but I think I'm gonna do like a mega shiny legendary compilation, so I've started working on the thumbnail for that. Terrakion was my least favorite one. Yeah, that voice actor, he's voiced so much stuff. Rest in peace. Yeah, Tom Kane. Yeah, Venusaur does seem a little bit undersized with its back sprite. How long does it actually take to get a hyperspace distortion for a legendary? The horrible thing is that it is random. If you're lucky, you can get one super quick, and if you're not lucky, it can take you several scans. I don't know why they felt the need to inject so much RNG in the DLC for ZA. It's... it really is just like bursting from the seams in every decision they made in the DLC. Oh, look at that! Spiro and Firo! It's like poetry, it rhymes. Also, I saw this tweet today that I thought was kind of interesting. They said, I agree with this, by the way. They said, we should go through and read what people are saying, responding to this thread, by the way. Clement should have been the guy researching hyperspace, not Corbeau. I thought this was kind of interesting, too. People saying that Jet should have been like a Colress type, or is related to Colress. Why is Clement not there? Purple Twink hogging the spotlight. Seeing people fall in love with Corbeau in the base game and then cast him out in the DLC has been very interesting. What's up, Gerald? Alright, speaking of 6-7. Aw, Firo doesn't like memes. You hate his ass. Oh! Uh-oh. No, Firo. No, don't do that. Uh-oh. I'm in a patch of grass where random Pokemon can occasionally outspeed me. That's not good. I don't understand why they didn't have Mabel do it. Like, she's the scientist. She's the professor. What does Corbeau know about distortions in science? Yeah, I like Corbeau, too. Also, no 69 for Ponyta. No, none of these Pokemon love memes. %, Rapidash. Hey, I love Firo. I'm one of Firo's strongest soldiers, so if I get Firo, then... you ain't seeing me complain. Also, it would be new for my living Dex. That's one of the few Gen 1 shinies I actually don't have. So it'd be a twofer. 2 Firos, 1 stone. The human ladder.
Welcome
Being
back.
able to fall off of that was so funny. Proto Man, thanks for the 14 months. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back. Al Capone in charge of the Manhattan Project. Yeah, one thing I do think is kind of interesting with Corbeau is how the game treats him as some, like... I think that the game views him in a heroic light, but he's also, like, taking loans, taking predatory loans with kids, so it's like, alright. Sure. I don't know about that one. Who's the 6th hunt? I don't know. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I still know where we're going for FireRed. I've known for a very long time. It just hasn't happened yet. Cry. Single tear. Nerdy gangster with a heart of gold. I think a lot of I just love how they design poison trainers. I feel like whoever at Game Freak cranks out the poison related characters, no, it's 10 out of 10. Can you trade online in FireRed and LeafGreen? You cannot do it over Wi-Fi, but you can do it locally. So I could trade with myself, for instance, because I have FireRed on my Switch 2 and LeafGreen is on my Switch 1. So I could trade with myself, but not Wi-Fi. Even though you don't like Corbeau, he's still not as bad as some of the other opponents in ZA. Oh yeah, I agree. Going to the game corner for a modest Abro with Synchronize. That's smart. I miss Synchronize. Yeah, I'll take Corbeau over... Honestly, he would be in my upper tier list if I was to rank all the characters in ZA. Characters that have annoyed me the least. Although Felipe is kind of on my shit list for how many awful scans he's given me. Ivor's sister sucks. She's one of those characters that I feel like is just carried by her design in a similar way to kind of like ironic too, because they're both younger sisters with older brothers. Marnie. A large battle zone in the sewers. Ugh. It's like they do it to troll you. Shiny hunting Bulbasaur right now, good luck. Actually need to charge my phone. The Champs Climb I have not played since stream. Honestly, a lot of the way Gwyn... I've seen people say like, oh, Carmine is she's so evil and mean to Kieran, but I kind of feel like people didn't say that about Gwyn, even though she's kind of like genuinely nasty to Ivor. Not that I feel bad for Ivor, because he's Ivor, but... I don't know, the part where she like runs away and hides in a sewer and we have to go find her. It's like, what are you, 5? How old are you supposed to be? Will I complete the FireRed team after LeafGreen wins? I guess so, right? It would kind of just be anticlimactic if I was just like, well, FireRed shit the bed. Goodbye. Yeah, I feel like Penny was the better written introvert character. It's kind of odd that these characters... Do they not have, like, a house? Just hide in your room. Why do you need to run off to the sewers? These people don't have places of residence. It's funny, ever since Penny's Cassiopeia thing, I feel like I see Cassiopeia mentioned all over the place. The new supermassive game that I think I talked about it before. It's like a mix of Alien Isolation meets The Thing, but the ship in that game is called the Cassiopeia. Isn't it? It's like a Greek thing, right? Yeah, actually, Penny is one of those characters that on the surface, if I just like read her description, it sounds like a character I would absolutely hate, but I really did not mind Penny at all. I thought she was fine. The computer was called Apollo, yeah. Whose starter you think you'll get? Torchic. Or maybe Trico. I've had good luck with shiny Trico in the past. Oh no, it brought up like... it brought up League of Legends lore. No. Ugh, no. Yeah, it's the mother. Cassiopeia is the mother of Andromeda. Andromeda is another word that they love throwing in space games, Mass Effect, etc. And there's like a... Cassiopeia boasted that she, or her daughter Andromeda, was more beautiful than... how do you say it? Nereids? The nymph daughter of the sea god. This brought the wrath of Poseidon, ruling the god of the sea, upon the kingdom. There's all that. There's that. I feel like Greek mythology has been tapped to completion. Like, what more can we draw from Greek mythology that hasn't been regurgitated and used in a million things by now? Whoops. You got a shiny Buzzwole? Nice. I actually like shiny Buzzwole. I've seen some people say they don't like it. I disagree. But the Cassiopeia and the Andromeda thing also have deep meaning in that I keep a Directive 2080 or whatever it's called, new supermassive game. But if you know your Greek stuff, then you're like, oh, that's odd. Whatever could that mean? That game has a really fun ending. It reminds me a lot of the ending of Until Dawn. Remember in Until Dawn when everybody's trying to get out of the lodge at the end? I couldn't think of the word lodge. When everybody's trying to escape the Wendigo from the lodge at the end of the game, it's like, oh shit. If you miss one QTE, a character just dies. Very similar endings. Everybody's locked in, has to get out. Whoa, we cut the 1% and the 5%. That's fun. Yeah, I've seen a few Incineroars in singles. Gross. Yuck. Don't love that. You keep that nasty cat in doubles where he belongs, you hear?
Splendid! That move worked beautifully!
Splendid. That was a good pull. Ah, splendid. Me when that move works perfectly. Beautifully. That was great timing. Cam, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Chat, can I get some boopers for the first time sub? Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I think that was Ivysaur. That was a great roll, actually. Those were both good rolls. Interactive movie games. Yeah, the problem with the new one, with the new directive game, is that there's a lot of boring stealth sections. I don't know why so many modern games have such boring stealth sections. But if you can get past all the boring stealth sections, I thought it was fun. Fun story, well acted. Every character in that game, it isn't like Until Dawn where characters just feel like they're fodder. Every character has a job, they feel important, and you don't want to let them die. It also has a mimic gimmick, which I think is fun. Is it really you? Or are you an imposter? You hit 15k in Oak's Insane Asylum? No. Free everyone from Oak's nasty, nasty, sick and twisted asylum. What's up, Purple Pikmin? That's evil. Send Oak to Area 17. Mod, send him to Area 17 this instant. Good night, Zorok. Have a good one. The orbital laser. I'm firing my laser. Let's see what other... I'm curious, chat. What are other people saying in this thread? Let's see. Let's peruse for a second. So this is... Let me crop this better. Unpopular opinions on ZA. Also, I feel like... Every time you ask the question, unpopular opinions, people immediately respond with opinions that are very popular. Let's see. A future Pokemon game with the battle system of ZA and the exploration and ride Pokemon of Legends Arceus would be the greatest Pokemon game ever made. I don't know about this last part, but yes, I agree with the overall sentiment. I'm glad I'm not the only one that wants to see a future game. I want to see them go to the future. The DLC killed ZA and we'll remember it as a big shitty game while the base game is actually pretty good. Again, I don't think a lot of these are unpopular. was a step in the right direction, and the DLC came along, and I remembered this is still Game Freak we're talking about. One of the greatest modern titles Game Freak ever put out while having the worst DLC of them all. Metallic Pokemon can look really good in the game. Is that really what Meltan looks like in ZA? This one? Weird that we're getting like inconsistent textures and stuff between the games. You think they'd all be the same? How the hell did this game get away with loan shark propaganda? Hey, that's what I was saying! That's literally what I just said when we were talking about Corbeau. Just because Corbeau does his business for the betterment of Lumiose doesn't mean it's not predatory. Excusing the actions of loan sharks is not something you should be teaching kids at all. Mega Starmie. See, now this is an unpopular opinion. See, Kevin gets it. Mega Starmie's the best Mega Evo we got from this game. As soon as the 10th generation protagonist showed up, I couldn't help but reevaluate this game. Why on earth did the protagonist design take a step backwards? I don't know if I agree with that. I think the protagonists in ZA are fine. I like their designs. Best game in the series since Black and White 2. Gameplay should be the new standard for Pokemon games. Base game is really good and should be separated from Mega Dimension. Totodile was not there before. Yes, he was. That's not even an opinion. Liked it more than Resin's Arceus. I agree with that. Can't convince me that this is a bad game. Huge improvement from Scarlet Violet. Favorite Pokemon game of all time, even if you include the DLC. Alright. That's a take, certainly. Genuinely one of, if not the best entries. Best mainline Pokemon game on Switch, and it's not even close. Pokemon is one of those franchises where I want a bunch of cameos from old characters, but they refuse to do it. That's what's crazy, like, they didn't used to be like that. That's not true. Like, back in Gen 7, you were seeing every old character. Frickin' Grimsley showed up on the beach randomly. It's like after Gen 7, they decided against doing stuff like that, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. I think cameos can get excessive. The best Pokemon game on Switch. Best thing Pokemon has released since Ultra Sun and Moon. Was not good at all. Just mega themed. I hate when people say the hate on this game feels unbelievably forced. Whenever you say something like that, I feel like it's not forced. You just don't like it. Both Legends titles are the best main Pokemon games we've gotten in 10 years. Best Pokemon... That's crazy. Of all time? Sexy looking legs. Alright, we're gonna keep scrolling. Okay, we're gonna keep scrolling. Utterly failed by its tutorial pop-ups in combat. This is the best they could do. I just now realized Mega Scizor is like jumping off the roof. What's he doing? For alligators, Mega is fine. See, now that would fit here. That would fit as an unpopular opinion. It's the best game with 0 flaws. DLC is not as bad as everyone says it is. It's absolutely a grind fest, but I've come to realize the reason this is considered bad is because most Pokemon fans don't play other games. That's just cope. That's bullshit. They wanted to be handed their prize of the interesting Pokemon and call it a day. Nah. Nah. Nah, that's... No. Pokemon fans don't even, they just want their prize handed to them. I don't mind working for something as long as it's fun. I don't mind grinding in games at all, as long as it's satisfying. But if it sucks, then I don't want to do it. People are lazy. Are there any Pokemon games you have genuine criticisms for, Yeti, or do you just like every single one? You cheated not only Groudon, but yourself. Like I said, I don't mind grinding. I actually like grinding. It's been satisfying to grind my Pokemon up in these games. Because the XP share, I mean, I don't even have it. But when the grind is so entrenched in RNG, I just don't think it's fun. There's so many systems they could have put in place to make it less bad. Double Spearow. I like how each hunt I've done, we had the shared Pidgeys last time, and now we have the shared Spearows. What about when you enter hyperspace and it's like catch 5 billion Pokemon unseen? Nothing says fun more than that. Especially when my Garchomp gets stuck on all the scaffolding. That's my favorite part. I love that. I think the DLC has a lot more flaws than just like the RNG system, by the way. I don't think the story was that good. I didn't really enjoy any of the extra interactions with any of the characters. And again, the fact that it is just a asset flip, like it's so blatant. It's very apparent that they did not want to spend a lot of money on it. And it turned out worse because of it. Exhausted after 2 rounds of hyperspace. I don't blame you. That's a good word to use though, Silver. Like, there is something uniquely exhausting about it. Like the donut grind, and then you have to have the berries to make the donuts, and then you have to reset for the hyperspace you want, or get Felipe to give it to you. They could have made the donut system so much better. They could have added features where you could maybe, like, lock in one of the things you want. Like, say you wanted Alpha 3. You know, implement a system that will give you more chances to get Alpha over Teeny or Humongo. It's just kind of the wild, wild west of RNG. And it also feels like it's so RNG heavy to artificially inflate the playtime. I genuinely suspect that might be why. They're like, hey, we're charging $30 for this. We need to make the players feel like they're getting their money's worth. I don't know. I don't know. I hope they can certainly up their side quest game in Winds and Waves. Let's have 1,000 more same side quests with the zoom in. They think that's so funny. Mr. Krabs. I feel like even Mr. Krabs would have more pride in his work. Yeah, I saw that a German retailer put up Winds and Waves, which suggests that it's going to be an $80, they're going to be $80 games. Please, please no. I'm not strong enough for that discourse. Please no. I mean, not only am I not strong enough, I'm not paying 80, like paying $80? Get out of my face. I don't want to pay $80 for any video game, ever. I don't care what it is. Like, that's not happening. I'm hopeful it'll just be 70. Which, even then, remember when games were $60? They gave up on PLZA to invest their efforts into Winds and Waves. I don't know. Yeah, if you're Canadian, or I think games are really expensive at like places like Brazil. That'll make your games like $5 billion. I saw somebody discussing, which I saw this and I was originally like, no, I don't agree with this. I wonder how Pokemon is doing with kids nowadays. They said if there's anything I've noticed is that Pokemon is wildly inaccessible to kids now, which I originally was like, no. But then I kind of thought about it. Winds and Waves will definitely be inaccessible to a lot of people because you have to spend $500 on a console and then buy the games. Cards are inaccessible because of the scalpers. But Pokemon stuff is very plentiful. Like, you can find so many Pokemon books, toys, figures, clothing. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of torn. I see what they mean. For sure, though. Playing the Let's Go games to complete your Pokemon home from the beginning. Good luck. We're about to get a great number here. 1, 1, 1, 1. Wait for it. 1. Yeah, think about the TV show as well, the anime. It's all over YouTube. You can watch YouTubers with play Pokemon. You can, you know, there's a lot of different ways to engage with a franchise besides just, you know, games. Pokemon does a far better job at getting kids into the games than, or in the just franchise, into the franchise in general than a lot of other franchises do. You didn't need a $500 console to play it. Yeah. I mean, back in the day, honestly, a lot of Pokemon, it's crazy to think about now, but a lot of Pokemon cartridges were kind of traded around like candy. I had so many copies of Sapphire when I was a kid. Just from like trading and friends, you know, trading games around. You definitely can't do that when they're 70 bucks. Selling you stuff with no effort put in. Speaking of selling you stuff, they had I put this in the Discord, I think. Anybody interested in spending $510 on 3 candles? Anybody? With the same anime stock art that we've had for like 2 decades, 3 decades now? Anyone? There is, even if I was wealthy, I am not spending $170 on a candle. Get out of here. What is this? Yeah, look at this. Buy a laser engraver, some glass, some wax, and wicks, and you can make them yourself and still have money left over. That is insane! $510 for candles! Oh my god. Of stock art! Stock art! This person's not even wrong! You could literally buy yourself a laser engraver, take the art off of Bulbapedia, and make these yourself! Glassy baby. More like glassy ripoff. My god. That blew my mind. That was crazy. Assy baby. Where do people have the funds for this shit? My god. How do you just casually have money to be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy a $150 candle today. Yeah, you know. No big deal. That's gotta be a hell of a candle. Sheesh. Yeah, they activate their credit card. I activate my credit card. Actually, speaking of Pokemon merch, they also put up a bunch of the Fossil Museum stuff. This actually is kind of cool. This pin set, it's $34.99. But it's pretty cool. But they also released Terraria music. Dolly Noir. What is this? They're making these brands up, chat. I swear. $129.99 for a Charizard Pixel hoodie. $219.99 for a denim jacket. All the scalpers can go out and buy their Gengar sweaters for $114.99, and then here's Surskit. And then there's Surskit. You buy a mini backpack for $64.99. These prices are just... they're just insane! Why is Snorlax in Little Root? Why is Mewtwo in the desert in Hoenn? What is this? What is this? Hold on. What is this? Why is Mewtwo in the desert? Against a stark black background, Mewtwo awaits. Dolly Noir. Okay. They just cited over their license for anything, I guess. God damn. We're seeing a lot of Magmar. I've never heard of that brand before. Like, legit. I've never heard of that brand before. Back-to-back Magmars. Magmar is 5%. Actually, chat, while ads are playing, I'm gonna go turn my AC down. It's too hot. Give me 1 sec. Alright, we're good. I'm just not someone, I don't know. I'm not somebody that really wants to spend like 50 bucks on a t-shirt, you know? It's a bit too rich for my blood. The song is a classic, it is. I love Mario 64. I'll be seated whenever Nintendo feels like revealing the next 3D Mario. I hope we don't have to wait like a decade plus after this new 3D Mario comes out. Alright, let's see. 111, 111. Too many ones. 24 and then 157. Yeah, I wonder who's developing it. When did I get Meowth and Dratini? When I was I got Meowth when I was hunting Vulpix, and Dratini was the hunt right after. Bonanza's better than any 3D Mario. I'm sorry, but I don't believe that game is that good. I don't believe that for a second. Maybe better than, like, Sunshine. Mario, but Breath of the Wild. It's open world! Everything has to be open world! Don't diss Sunshine. No, I think I will, actually. Oh, you're still stuck in the lab. That sucks. There's too many of yous in chat that are stuck in the lab. I hope you can break free, chat. It goes so much faster when you get out of the lab. Well, I guess depending on what you want to hunt. But if you're doing like grass encounters, it's such a breath of fresh air. And you're not even nostalgic for it? You sure? Are you sure about that? Of Pokemon that came from other franchises? Let me look again. Oh, like the Kirby's, the I love that other people realize that, Blipbug, I couldn't think of his name. Blipbug is like an edutainment mascot. I mean, you can still have nostalgia for something that's kind of recent. It doesn't have to just be when you're a child. But yeah, 2 years is not that long. I mean, Sunshine's got great vibes, I'll give you that. Your BF is stuck in the labs, you swear he'll never actually play. Hey, so is mine. Oh good, my raid thing worked. Versa, thanks for the raid! What's up everybody? We are shiny hunting in FireRed. Well, it's supposed to be FireRed versus LeafGreen, but it's really not that much of a competition anymore, unfortunately. LeafGreen has kind of been mopping the floor with FireRed. But thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. This kid is probably like, wow, you're still here? You're still in this patch of grass? FireRed was my main version when I was a kid, too, so it's like... I can't believe you've done this. The ultimate betray- It's like Lugia betraying me in Dynamax Adventures, chat. Hurtful. Oh, did you make that Cacturn? I didn't even realize you were the author. The creator. It's true though. Blipbug is such an edutainment mascot. He looks like he's gonna tell you to get ready for first grade math. I actually kind of like Blipbug. I really think that there's a few Pokemon that have definitely grown on me over the years. I like Grubbin a lot, too. Grubbin's very cute in Pokopia. One of 3 EVs in the game. Oh, awesome! Well, thanks again for the raid. And for the good luck. Have a good one. Yeah, it's all the bugs have kind of grown on me. Blipbug, Grubbin. Yeah, Dottler is just a Badnik from Sonic. What did that obnoxious crypto Gen 1er call it? He called it like a tent? Step off, Dottler. Took you over 10.5k encounters. Yeah, maybe this patch of grass is cursed. I got Charmander, you know, under odds. I don't know what happened. The wheels came off the FireRed track. Who's the lamest bug? I mean, my mind immediately went to, like, low kicks. Oh, no, it's Spite Ops. I think Spite Ops is worse than low kicks. No, over 16k on Dratini. That's rough. So many times when I stream, I feel like I'm Zuko. That's rough, buddy. I tend to like most bug Pokemon, honestly. Most bugs are cool. There's only a few that I just don't vibe with. Let's look up a list. Pokemon bugs. Honestly, you know where bug types can really improve, chat? Honestly, listen. You know where bug types can improve on? They're lame-ass trainers. They're not bringing their best and brightest trainers here, chat. Oh, man. Frickin' Aaron. Frickin' Aaron. I guess Bugsy and Katie would be my two ones that I like here. I love that this website points out like notable bug trainers, by the way. That's fun. Alright, let's see. Shuckle. I always forget Shuckle's Bug Rock. Odd typing, but I kind of like it. Let's see. I always feel like they should do something with Volbeat and Illumise. Why she named Viola? I don't know. She's so lame. She is such like white rice character. You know that meme picture of like uncooked chicken with a bunch of rice? That's Viola. They haven't done anything with Masquerain either. I'm surprised nobody in chat said Burmy or Wormadam. I'll give you a hot take, chat. I've never liked Levani that much. Oh, somebody did say Burmy. Wrong! I've never been a Levani fan. Lurantis is everything Levani wishes she was, okay? Durant, Shelmet. Wait, that's literally the end of the list. That's it. I can't even fit them all in here. Hold on. Hold on. I can't fit all the boogs. There we go. Yeah, see, most of these I think are great. Except for this. Except for Spite Ops. You don't know if you really like Escavalier so much. I think they could be better if they were given something. A lot of these bugs have nothing. Like, we're just now getting, like, a Scoliopede. Like, Moth and Burmy have nothing. Levani has nothing. Crustle has nothing. Galvantula has nothing. Escavalier, Salgor have nothing. Durant has nothing. So many of these Pokemon got jack squat. Yeah, there's our bug rundown, chat. Straight bugging. Slitherwing is your least favorite? I like Vikavolt. I think if they didn't make Vikavolt so pathetically slow in Gen 7, it would have been more popular. People would have used it more. Competitively, no. No, it's too slow. I feel like Electric really needs a little bit of added spice in Gen 10, because they feel like they're one of those types that's been falling behind. Everybody has Earthquake. Ground types are so powerful. Like, unless you're Miraidon, you might have a hard time. Rob Liefeld. Oh, you got on your 4th scan? Nice. That's not too bad. A crime how slow a lot of the Alolan Pokemon are. We've theory crafted about why that is, chat. And the conclusion just makes me angry. We've talked about it a lot, and we've always said, like, it's because they're on island time. It's some annoying, like, Game Freak. Oh, everybody's slow because they're on island time. They're chill. They're taking it easy. Doesn't Game Freak realize that cutting Pokemon speed is essentially a kiss of death? Unless you are very strong and a dedicated, like, Trick Room Pokemon. Good luck. Yes, there's a button combination that you can hit on the menu that will reset your save if you get a donut you don't want. You know what, chat? Maybe they injected all the good competitive Pokemon juice into Incineroar, and that's it. They gave all the juice to Incineroar. They gave a little cup to Primarina, a little cup to Lunala, a huge glass to Celesteela, and then nobody else. Nobody else got the juice. They're juiceless. They got the juice. What's up, Elo? I don't know. I don't know why FireRed hates me. We got Charmander under odds and everything was great. Maybe it's less FireRed hates me and more LeafGreen is the ultimate homie version. Yeah, they gave a heapy trash bag to Decidueye. No. What's funny, too, is that Rowlet is absolutely, like, the most popular starter. They went so hard marketing Rowlet, and yet they made Decidueye the worst one. Curious. That's what makes Game Freak feel like sometimes, like, the dev teams, like, don't talk to each other. Everything is done separately. The marketing team is going through all the Pokemon and they're like, okay, we see Rowlet, everybody's gonna love Rowlet, let's market Rowlet. And then the team that's programming all the stats, they're like, just, I don't know. Done. Also, Decidueye is an archer. Like, he looks like he would be fast. I don't get it. And doesn't Vikavolt have like a dex entry about how it's fast, and then you see its stats and you're like, no. No, why? What have you done? Still no Nidoran? Nope. Still no nothing to nothing. I mean, Ash's Pikachu could even take down ground types when the writing called for it, so... Pikachu has the most ultimate power of them all. Plot armor. Oh, you got Terrakion? Good luck. Notes missing? No? This song just makes me think of Smash. This makes me think of Jungle Japes in Melee. Cheerios have no rice in them? I would have figured they were, like, wheat-based. I'm not a Cheerio expert. I didn't go to Cheerio college. Favorite Smash game? Probably Melee or Brawl. The subspace from Brawl was so iconic. But I have a lot of really good memories with Melee, too. Honestly, I have a soft spot for Smash 64. That was my first... I got Smash 64 for Christmas as a kid, and that was like... Oh my god. Wave dashing. I'm not a competitive player by any means. I like my main is Bowser, chat. Come on. The study of Wumbleology. And then I liked Fox and Link in 64. The Ice Climbers. I always hated the Ice Climber stages. Smash Run on the 3DS game. I forgot about Smash for the 3DS. What a interesting release that was. I was just gonna say, like, what a time. Why has everybody been saying to cut Jigglypuff? I've seen that opinion, like, a few times over the past month. Everybody says to kill Jigglypuff. Why? Look, Jigglypuff heard what you said. Mario 64? Oh, yeah. I had Mario 64 on the DS as well. Hungry Box? Well, that's on you for following any of those pro Smash players. Cut Jigglypuff or improve it? Wow, I can't believe all this anti-Jigglypuff sentiment you all have. Oh yeah, I think they should cut 40, like, a good chunk of the fighters. There's no way they're gonna secure that big roster for the next Smash game. Like, honestly, what I've always said is that they should redo, like, the core original 12. Redo Mario, redo Kirby. Actually make Kirby good. How could Sakurai allow his son to be so bad? Why did he block you on Twitter? Yes, Pokemon channel music, the ultimate game. Sora's gonna get Dexited. A Pokemon move that can make the air cooler. It's been super hot here too, Braylon. I sympathize. Steve. It's always really funny when Smash players complain about Steve. It's just a funny visual. This man has burned my crops, insulted my family, and it's Minecraft Steve. Dark Pit. Yeah, honestly, Dragoon. Agreed. P2. I feel like Daisy should be given a chance to be her own character, though. She should absolutely play differently than Peach does. The fact that Ganondorf is still a clone after all these years is nuts. Disrespectful, honestly. Shouldn't be two versions of any one character. Yeah, I agree. It's just repetitive. I actually think fighting games that have ginormous rosters are just kind of intimidating. Yeah, the clones. The clones! I feel like people are generally pretty hostile towards most Pokemon in Smash games. I still remember the hilarious response Incineroar got. You can't escape him, chat. Run from it, hide from it, Incineroar will always find you. Yeah, Falco's an exception. Personally, I prefer the air. Yeah, why is Wolf not... I don't know. Incineroar should have been Mimikyu. That would have been fun. Pokken doesn't have Incineroar. It does have Decidueye, though. There's your game, Decidueye fans. Four different Marths. Oh, if it was up to me, I would keep Roy and Marth and nobody else. And even then, I might get rid of Marth. Waiter, 5 more blue-haired swordsmen, please. No, Rapidash, that's not cool. Damn, do I need to get some Pokédolls or something? What are they gonna do for Splatoon rep in the next Smash game? Is it just gonna be Inkling again, or are they gonna have another representation? Yeah, I have a big fan on me right now, which helps. Big guy, big man, the manta ray. Big man goes big. And then what do they do for a Pokemon rep? Well, I feel like the Pokemon rep would come from Gen 10. So that might be put a pin in that. Because we don't know anybody from Gen 10 except for the 3 starters. I'd love to be like a fly on the wall when Nintendo figures out what characters they want to put in the game. I know, Sky, it's terrible. It's gonna rain like every day this week, but at least it's gonna be cooler. It's cooling down after, I think, Thursday. It's gonna drop like 20 or 30 degrees. Meowscarada. Back when they were still adding characters to the Battle Pass, I thought it might be Urshifu. That never happened, of course. Yeah, it was like 97 here today. Oh, yuck. Not even June yet. Fluttermane. It'd be interesting to see them design a set for Fluttermane. Also, at the height of Overwatch, I thought Tracer might have been able to get in, but that's aged like milk. What's a really popular game that they could take a character from that's not in there? Encore Disable. Oh no. Resident Evil. But who? Would it be Leon? It probably would be Leon. Everybody heckin' loves Leon. I'm sorry, Jill. My queen. Hollow Knight? I could see that. I could see that. Poochie. I don't know, Braylon. Maybe we'll find out in the DLC. I wish Ada was in 9. I miss Ada. Ada doesn't strike me as the type of woman that would want to, like, settle down and get married, though. I don't know. I still kind of miss Ethan. Going to go see Chris more often. I think we'll see Chris in the DLC. That boulder punching asshole. Yeah, Ethan would detach his own limbs. Get molded. Get molded on. Halo might be a dead franchise, but it still has a big legacy. Weren't there rumors of Master Chief, like, towards the end of the final Smash pack? I mean, Microsoft is shown to play ball with Nintendo, so yeah, I could see that. I could see it. do you fumble a franchise like Halo? That is truly incredible to me. Good night, Purple Pikmin. Have a good one. No, you gotta dupe Firo. 413's pretty spicy though, but too bad it's a dupe. Oh yeah, I talked about it's what is it, Directive 8020 or something. It's the from Supermassive, the Until Dawn devs. I thought that was fun. Like, it has some boring stealth sections, but other than that, I think it's fun. Waluigi. Waluigi stands have been so aggressive that I've seen like anti-Luigi or Waluigi fans emerge. Like, they don't want Waluigi in Smash because Waluigi fans are so annoying. I mean, I feel like Waluigi should at some point be included, but also, like, where's his game? Nintendo should put him in more games, just like, period. Anything 3D printed? No. Impa. Zelda doesn't really have that many, like, important core characters. The Mario cast is much larger. Kind of funny. To get a legendary shiny. I got Terrakion in about, like, 500 resets from running to the elevator to go spawn Terrakion in. Every legendary shiny hunt took me one night. I never had to go beyond that. Cranky Kong, everyone's favorite character. Hi, Rapidash. Never enjoyed the Miis. Neither did I. I used to collect Amiibo when Amiibo first started coming out, and when I got the Mii Amiibo set, that was one of those kind of come to Arceus moments where I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, kind of a, I was having a Stu Pickles moment. I've lost control of my life. You got Mifa and Urbosa, nice. Yeah, just make sure you're walking forward enough to see Terrakion spawn in. And that's all you do. Angelica. You stupid babies. And to me, Terrakion was the most annoying one. Virizion, Latios, and Latios, they're all... You don't have to do the elevator thing. So, honestly, you're getting the worst one out of the way first. The rest will be even smoother sailing. The chocolate pudding he was cooking up looked so good. Why does cartoon food end up looking so scrumptious? Like, we've all heard the food in Studio Ghibli, but honestly, a lot of old cartoon food looked good. Yeah, Dratini was 104, my fastest full odds hunt yet. We're already over that for the Mount Ember friends. Crazy. Double glazed apple fritter. I should watch the Lost tapes. I've seen a few clips on Twitter and they've been kind of funny. The Teletubby food. Tubby custard! Tubby custard! Who didn't want some tubby custard? Tubby toast! I know this might sound insane, but some of the Teletubbies genuinely has like backroom vibes. I don't even mean in like a creepy way. It's just the world of the Teletubbies is odd. Booba? No, I was much too old for Booba. I remember them though. How could you forget Booba? Iconic. I remember like Backlash. Didn't Booba have like Backlash? Why do kid shows get like wow, it's Booba. Strange vibes, you know, sometimes that's not always a bad thing. Tubby toast. Haven't watched the Lost tapes. They just came out. Very new release. Basque Legion. Basque Legion is such a, like I said, no skill fish. They save it in the back. It goes for last respects. You die. They should hit last respects. Genuinely. I don't know, they were on something when they made some of those PLA Pokemon. Ursaluna, Basque Legion. Even like Cleavor, Hisui Sam, the Sharpness Brothers. Damn. The Kamikaze Fish. The fish. Bear in the Big Blue House. Are there any kid shows that are even airing that use like primarily Muppets and costumes and stuff? Disney fumbling the Muppets for as long as they have should be a crime, by the way. They should be jailed for that. Between the Lions, yup. Reading Between the Lions, I remember that show. Between the Lions. Mr. Meaty, I unfortunately do remember Mr. Meaty. Unfortunately, I do. Don't think I ever watched it, because even as a kid, I thought it was unappealing looking. Little Einsteins. See ya, Yeti. Have a good one. You know what show I miss, Chad? Magic School Bus. With the frizz? No way. We used to watch that occasionally. Substitute teachers, or sometimes even, I think like, I had like a middle school science teacher that would play episodes of Magic School Bus. Dragon Tales. I definitely stopped watching Dragon Tales before they added like another boy. I think we looked up the wiki for that on stream like a month ago, or for some reason. I can't even remember why. And there was just suddenly a child character added to the cast that I'd never seen before in my life. Big Comfy Couch. I've been told I loved that show as a baby, but I don't remember it. I do not remember it. Any shinies looking for Nidoran? No. I'm not gonna phase. I'll take whatever the game gives me. And the game has given me nothing. Buzz Lightyear Star Command? I do. That was a fun show. The Scooby-Doo anime. Warner Brothers is just like, what if Thing was anime? What if Batman was a samurai? After you get master rank, you're not touching champions. I think same. Same. I mean, I haven't even had that much motivation to even like escape Ultra 3 or 4 or whatever I was. You won't have to wait long. It's like 2 weeks into June. And we should get some new stuff. What if the Joker was a Ronin? Wow. What if our Superman show looked awful and looked like Voltron? Your lab lock begins. Good luck. Once you close the door, you can't come out unless you have a shiny. Michelangelo. The turtles get licensed. The turtles are kind of like right behind SpongeBob in terms of things that get licensed out to anyone who asks. Yeah, I got Meowth at 7777. Hence that, had to call her lucky girl. Both TMNT and SpongeBob had Splatfest centered on them. See, case in point. case in point right there. I mean, they're both Nickelodeon, Viacom. Oh, hold on, chat. Hold on. Talking about crossovers just jogged my memory. What is this? I have to ask, what is this? Looks like we have our next Sonic Rumble Party crossover. Popeye. Why? What? Who gives a shit about Popeye? Who cares about Popeye? Why is this a thing? They're just doing anything these days. Sonic Rumble Party is a mobile game that is so obviously targeted towards children. What child? Hell, I don't care about Popeye. Get your gummy mouth away from me. Why? Why this? Olive oil almost looks like Charlie Brown. Congrats on your transition, man. What is this? Why? I don't understand. They're just crossing over anything with anyone and anything and any time, any place. Avocado oil. Yeah, I'm sure little Timmy and little Samantha, they can't wait to roll gacha for Popeye characters. I'm sure they're chomping at the bit. Like, if the Smurfs are the thing from, what, Belgium that can't go away, Popeye is our equivalent. I just refuse to believe that many people care about that IP. I don't believe it. Yeah, little Timmy's gonna be like, who is this? Who is this wide-mouthed man? Moomin hasn't been smurfified. Yeah, Popeye is like silent generation. The gen before boomers. Wasn't one of the big animation guys, was it like Gendy was supposed to do like a Popeye movie and it got canceled, and I remember people being so upset about it, and I'm thinking like, I mean, that sucks for his project, but I'm not exactly crying real tears. Sometimes you wake up. That was one of the first things I saw today, too, when I got online. Sometimes you get online and you see Sonic Rumble Party crossover with Popeye, and it's like, my brain is rotting out of my skull. What is happening? Oh, is it public domain? That would explain it if it's public domain. I don't even know, like, yeah, who owns Popeye? Or owned, I suppose. If it's actually in public domain, that means they don't have to pay a license for it. But even then, that just shows you how old the franchise is. If it's entering public domain, it's old as shit. It's old. "9 days until the Backrooms movie." Is it projected to be good? I feel like so many horror movies are just terrible. So I don't know. Sometimes there's a good one, but a lot of times there's a bad one. Popeye is in the character, not the chicken place. Nothing but respect for Louisiana Popeye's chicken. The iron lung treatment. I can't believe Markiplier made a movie. That's crazy to think about. Yeah, I saw Rotten Tomatoes scores were starting to come in for The Mandalorian and Grogu. I think it was like 60%. It's sitting at 60. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes. It's the first Star Wars movie in 7 years. Has it really been 7 years? Is that right? Oh my god. Yeah, it's at 61 right now. Sigourney Weaver, isn't it? And the guy from that cooking TV show, The Bear. Mario Galaxy movie is sitting at 42% with 88% critic score. 88%? That's a little generous. Her role in the movie is almost nothing. What do you mean she's still alive? Wasn't she in all the recent Avatar movies? She's not that old. Is she still alive? Doesn't The Boys end tonight? It'll be interesting to see how mad people get over that finale. How old is she? She was born in 1949. So she's 76. She looks good for her age. Born Susan Alexandra Weaver. That's a cool name. She's got a cool name. Cher turned 79 today. Good for her. I miss Cher's old tweets. She was such a funny tweeter. Back in the day when celebrities used to actually tweet their own stuff and not run by a PR manager. I keep seeing the joke that everybody's like, I can't believe they killed Grogu. I've seen that joke like 3 times. It was really bold of them to kill off Grogu. Also, heads up, Twitch chat, ads are gonna play. Ad warning. I saw that the bear, the guy from the bear is like Jabba the Hutt's son. Star Wars is so silly. Son of Jabba. It's really funny how they just can never let any characters go. Jabba's gotta have a son. Remember Jabba the Hutt? Remember? Remember Charizard? Yeah, he's like 50, Cacturn. He's like 50 years old. I saw Disney was in some heat because they brought in like a selective group of influencers and they were like, oh my god, the Mandalorians are— no, just kidding, it's actually Pedro Pascal. And people were like, No, you invited these people specifically because they're influencers. He was like, these random guests got the opportunity. R2-D2's ex-wife. Yeah, surprising how small of a circle the characters are in. Everyone's either a Skywalker, or they could be a Hutt, they could be a Palpatine. A Star Wars. No idea. All my Star Wars knowledge has been absorbed through cultural osmosis on the internet. Jeff the Moisture Farmer. Surprised they haven't tried to do more with the games. I feel like the Star Wars games, well, some of them, are really beloved. Surprised they haven't tried to live actionify them. Palpatine announced his return in Fortnite. Jeff the Killer. I miss the era. It was like after Amnesia the Dark Descent, where all those like awful Jeff the Killer games came out. I miss that era. Simpler time. A Lego Star Wars movie. I'm surprised too. I think the Lego Batman game is out soon. I've seen people talking about it today. Any internet horror is ruined the second children get their hands on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing good reviews about the new Lego Batman game. Oh, it's out Friday. Well, that would explain all the sudden buzz I've seen about it. I watched the Lego Batman movie. It was fun, but nothing I don't really write home about. The smiley-faced evil man who lives under your bed. It's funny you say that, character, because anybody remember Shane Dawson's Smiley Man? That's what you made me think of when you said that. That was like one of the first, like, YouTube. That was when YouTubers were first starting to make movies and stuff. Slender Man, yeah, Slender in the 8 pages. It's funny that Slender used to kind of spook me a little bit. When you go back and watch any footage of it now, it's the goofiest, like... It's just pure cheese. And then came all the spin-offs, not to reference Teletubbies again, but where would we be without Slender Tubbies? The Fred movies came after. Shane Dawson had another movie that was like something prom related too, and it had oh my god, what's his name? Drew. I can remember his first name. Drew. Not Drew Gooden. Damn it, what's his name? Drew. Maybe I have to look up Shane Dawson to find him. Drew Monson! That's his name. It had Drew Monson in it. Aw, Drew Monson hasn't made videos in years. I hope he's doing well. So wait, then what was the name of the actual IMDb? Wow, the movie is called Not Cool. God, this is a flashback from the producer of American Pie. Spend their Thanksgiving break. Oh yeah. I know there's like a prom movie a YouTuber or somebody made. That's crazy. Look at this cast. Where's the year on this? Does it say year? 2014. Different time. A different time. Thought for a split second that Mankey was green, but it's not. Oh yeah, that weird the Slenderman stabbing incident, that was crazy. Of all the mascot horror characters you could have chosen, you picked Slenderman. I mean, Slenderman in the original images that made him viral is pretty cool. Like, just a really tall, white-faced, no face, I should say. Just a really tall guy in a suit with some tentacles. But yeah, the games are... they're like all the Jeff the Killer games. They're just... there's a lot of camp in there. There's a lot of camp to be had. Lots of cheese. Some cheddar. Horror games used to kind of rule YouTube, especially the Let's Play scene. Amnesia the Dark Descent, and then all the Amnesia mods that I remember watching YouTubers play. Cry of Fear. The Slenderman game. There was several games. Yeah, that's what got PewDiePie big. And Markiplier, too. Momo, that's right. Who could forget Momo? Yeah, it's like a lot of shiny hunters. It's exaggerated because kids will laugh and clap to that. And then, of course, FNAF happened. I feel like FNAF is, I don't know, the movie the second movie came out. But the game, the rest of the franchise kind of seems dead. What's up, CB? The Harbinger. Yeah, wait, what leak? What happened? Wait, what does that even stand for? Oh, no, I don't care about that. Sorry, I'm not a teenager. I hope it's shit. Glitch should try making a show for adults. The ending is ass. Oh, good. I love hearing that. I mean, I've seen nothing but controversy about the fact that they wanted it to be in theaters. It has not been well received by its fans. Nah, anything made by a Game Grump is not made for adults. Well, the fans seem like, from what again, I don't go here, I just observe. I'm the observer. People have been mad because it seems like it's money grubbing. They should be grateful. Oh, come on. Who cares? They should care about their fans more. Their fans are the ones that get them to that place to begin with. Diddy Kong's going crazy on this song. Has any TV show had a good ending lately, chat? What's going on? It seems like nobody is happy with the way any TV shows have ended. Or, I guess, YouTube shows either. He is a treasure. Oh, that creator. That creator is trending right now. That bad, huh? I had to put it in Twitter to know what it was. Oh no. You're hoping the boys bombed. It's been really funny. I've seen boys fans like actually like reading the awful comic as cope. But don't forget to tune into our spin-off show and watch Soldier Boy. Don't forget to tune into our spin-off show, y'all. We heard you like spin-offs, so we have some spin-offs for your spin-offs with some spin-offs. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. Stranger Things season 1, genuinely good television, and then as soon as season 2 happens, it kind of slowly just starts to fall off the tracks. Stranger Things has the same problem that I've seen other, like, we've discussed this in Pokemon games. There's just too many characters. And they were not brave enough to kill anybody off. So you're just stuck with this awkward cast of like 20 plus characters. It's hard to care. Also, the Duffer Brothers were caught in that Netflix documentary with ChatGPT open, so I think that tells you everything you need to know. What are those stupid guys that were making Game of Thrones doing now? Didn't they leave the last season of Game of Thrones and it turned to shit so they could go do some Star Wars spin-off? What are they even doing now? What's up, Edgar? Doing a sci-fi series. What happens with these guys where they're just like, yeah. Anyway, I'm sick of this show. I want a new one. Emulators? No. FireRed Switch 2, LeafGreen is Switch 1. Haven't seen a Magmar in a while. Yeah, when Game of Thrones was airing, you could not escape it. People were obsessed. And then, overnight, the finale happened, people were so pissed, everybody made their video essays, and then nothing. Yeah, it's sitting at a 61% right now, CB, on Rotten Tomatoes. There's no user review score yet, of course, but any show with dragons and knights kind of turns you off. For me, it's like all the massive amounts of like sexual violence in that show. No thanks. I don't like watching, like, politic misery shit. We got a really evil guy. Okay, he's dead. Now we got a new really evil guy. Mafia movies. But what about mafia shows? controller for 2 Switches? Probably. I just have 1 Joy-Con in each hand. I think fantasy shows can be really fun if they're made correctly, but... obviously, that's just my taste. The Sopranos. Hate Harry Potter. Just wait till the awful HBO reboot show to ignite all that discourse. I already know that show is just not gonna look nearly as good as any of the movies ever did. Remember that Netflix live-action Avatar post from the other day, Chad? That's how all their shows look now. Voice is too low, but music too loud. So real. Isn't Twilight getting rebooted too? Like, why are we even doing this? These franchises movies are not even that old. Yeah, Kingsley Shacklebolt. That's the caliber of naming Rowling is capable of. Can't wait to see the creepy CGI baby again. Let's run back Bella's creepy CGI baby. Can't wait. 50 Shades of Grey. Ugh. Wasn't 50 Shades like Twilight fanfiction? I think that's its actual lore. No, losing to the dudes in the standard outfits. That does suck. It's crazy how hard streaming services kind of ruined everything. Like, that's why we don't have, like, any cartoons anymore. It's all because of streaming services. What's up, Jordan? Yeah, and then you get a decade between the seasons. How are they even gonna pull that off with Harry Potter when the kids need to age gradually? Like, are they gonna be putting those kids in the crunch mine, the actor crunch mine? Was I Team Edward or Jacob? As a kid, I think I liked Jacob more, but as an adult, it's like, oh, no, Jacob was kind of bad. Not that Edward's, like, oodles better, but... Also, I like Robert Pattinson a lot as an actor. I don't know what Taylor Lautner's been in lately. Didn't Taylor Lautner marry somebody named Taylor, so they're both Taylor Lautner? Imagine you and your significant other, you have the same name. Just Bella. I love Kristen Stewart, too. It's crazy looking back how, like, nasty people were to her. Like, Jesus. Magmar, can you be shiny, my friend? Yeah, 2010. Just nasty stuff. To her credit, I don't think the source material was really, given her that much to work with. You believe in FireRed? I mean, it's not over till it's over. Yeah, remember the sheer hatred of, like, Justin Bieber? That feels like an entire universe ago. You were typing that out. It was rough, yeah. I was definitely like that too. As a kid, you know, that's just what, you know, you would say to fit in. But did I really have like a deep opinion on Justin Bieber? No. In fact, now I like a few of his songs. Maria goes hard. He should still serve for crimes that the Yummy song was, though. That was a crime. But if we were dealing out punishments for bad music, he would not be the first on my list to go after. Kids Next Door. I saw a clip on Twitter the other day of, when the delightful children got turned back into their original forms. Because they were all brainwashed. Father was such a funny character. I love that voice actor, too. He's great. Yeah, like, how can you not pity somebody so young that grew up around so many awful, weird, sketchy people? I mean, he was still a kid at the height of it where it was so popular to hate him. Imagine going online and seeing all the hate and just being like, what did I even do? I'm just like 14 years old. What's happening? What's happening? But anyway, if we're dealing out punishments for bad music, the plain white tees are going to jail for the rest of their lives. And I'm throwing away the key. Never let them out. Ed Sheeran. Hey There Delilah is the worst song any band has ever released. Hey there Delilah, what's it like in New York City? Blowing my ears off. I remember there was a YouTuber I saw who said that was like his favorite song and it genuinely gave me the ick. I was so put off by that. Like, oh god. Why? Oh. Genuinely have to think a little bit less of you now, sir. God, what an awful take. You shouldn't tell me things like this, Chad. I'll think about that about you, too. Oh, I hate that song. I hate it. Anti. That would be a great song to torture me with. Friday? No. Rebecca Black has more artistic integrity in her pinky finger than the plain white tees have ever had in their entire lives. Another situation of a child being put in a terrible situation to be made fun of, by the way. Yeah, but she was a child. Also, that gave us the, My Hand is a Dolphin! That was peak comedy to me back in the day. To me, Friday is like a parody. Like, that falls under, like, What Does the Fox Say? It's just one of those quirky YouTube songs that people got a kick out of back in the day. It isn't that serious. Umbreon users, I hope you get them. Any victory against them is justice. Narwhals, narwhals, swimming in the ocean. Yeah, the Umbreon players love Hey There, Delilah. This is Carly's theme from Duel Links. Duel Links has a surprising good amount of music for being a mobile Konami game. Gotta hand it to him. What's up, TotoTube? There's a recent song that was really getting me every time I would hear it on the radio, but I think I've genuinely, like, blocked it out of my head. Final Fantasy games? No. Abracadabra. Oh, I love Gaga. I could never say that about Queen Gaga. She's probably one of the artists I've listened to, like, I remember listening to, like, Just Dance on my phone in high school, going to school. Well, the song played. See, that would be torture, yes. That would be that would be more effective than waterboarding. No! No! A Star is Born? No. The songs that came out around them were some of my least favorites of hers. I like her more dance stuff. I love electronic dance stuff. Always have, even when I was a kid. I used to love, like, Darude Sandstorm. That song changed me, chat. Or all those catchy electronic songs you'd hear during, like, How to Hack Photoshop 2014. Madonna. Crazy Frog? Let me tell you about my friend Crazy Frog. I love Axel F. Hell, I'll listen to, like, the Hamster Dance. Don't even try me. He got his thang. His Crazy Frog is out. Jamster. Dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-do-do-dee-da-dee-dee-do. I miss all those old. Remember the bunny one too? Gummy bear. I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. Violet City. Oh yeah, Gen 2's got some bangers. Absolute bangers in Gen 2. See, I don't think I could pick a favorite song. I don't even think I could pick a favorite artist. I like I don't know. I just can't. Gen 2 has the best bike song. That is a good one. The Quiznos singing sponge. Twitch thought you were spamming BBQ. I had to okay your message because they thought you were spamming. Badger, 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 badger. Wasn't that? I think that was just we came up on the anniversary of the Badger Mushroom song. Remember Nyan Cat? Meow, 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 meow. I feel like I haven't seen a Quiznos commercial in like 10 years. I don't know the last time I've seen a Quiznos. Oh yeah, Sonic music definitely shaped me as a child. I would burn the Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 songs and put them on my CD on my and listen to my little CD player I had in elementary school. I'm not missing much. Splatoon. Yeah, it was like Sonic music and like the Lion King soundtrack. The Lion King soundtrack changed me. Didn't somebody bring up Katamari earlier? Here you go. Yeah, this is great. A classic. Yeah, I have tons of Sonic songs in my playlist. I have songs from Mania, Sonic 1, Adventure 1 and 2, Sonic... You know which Sonic game has underrated music? Sonic CD. Sonic CD has some real bangers. I actually liked a lot of the music from Frontier. So I hope the next Sonic game continues to bring the bangers. Yeah, I'd love a Sonic Mania 2 just because that would give me more Sonic Mania music. Sonic Mania has some great music. The Last Airbender movie. Dreams of an Absolution is a 10 out of 10. It's such a good song for Silver. Yeah, Justin, I never touched it either. Yeah, I like a lot of foreign music songs, Japanese, a few Korean songs. I even have like some Hungarian, some dark wave, like Hungarian, Turkish artists. A few Russian songs. It's great. Italian OP to Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, my phone is not done charging. Very worldly. Very worldly you are. It's fun to look back and see how your music tastes have evolved over the years. Fast but chill, yeah, I get what you mean. Trolls World Tour. Whatever the synth group is. Love me some synth music. Do I collect physical music? I don't. I've had a passing interest in maybe getting a few vinyls, but I don't have a vinyl player, so... Tastes haven't changed much, just grew. Yeah, pretty much for me, too. I like a lot of the same type of music I liked as a kid, but with some new added stuff in there. I like, you know, obviously a lot of video game music, because at least Sega has, like, some Sonic CD, not Sonic CD. They have some Sonic OSTs in their library that you can listen to. Nintendo! If only every video game company put their music available for easy listening. Tony Hawk got you into ska. The Alarmo. Imagine Dragons. Music to sell your Microsoft laptop to. I'm glad I don't have to hear, like, Maroon 5 anymore. There's some bands that I am glad that I don't have to hear from these days. Crazy Taxi, yes. Yes, Nintendo has their music app that they drip feed select soundtracks into. Always has to be a quirky Nintendo way instead of just putting it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music. Megalovania. I definitely have a lot of Toby music in my shuffle list. Hey Magmar, what's up? So again, Magmar's a 5% spawn. Magmar and Rapidash are both 5%. Ponyta is, I think, 35%. So we're looking for a fire type. I want a fire type. Michael Bublé. I think Mr. Bublé gets most play around Christmas time. Asgore. I think my favorite song from OG Undertale would have to be Core. Safari Zone hunting. I'll probably do it for Safari Week, whenever that is. I did the, actually had decent success last year with it. Another medium's, yeah, I was gonna say, if it's not core, it's another medium. And Megalovania always hits. Home is another really good one, but that's like... that hits you in the feels. Every time Home pops up on my shuffle, it's like, oh, it's still you. You look in the mirror, it's still you! Donkey Kong Country, absolutely. Titled Deltarune, oh my god. I like that Deltarune has a, like he actually got a singer to record a song. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark. Like, that's such a good song. It's kind of, Toby's very good at making music that's haunting. Parentheses, very positive. Music that makes you sit there and think, oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, we're getting all the Rapidash. Yeah, I'm interested to see if they bring Toby back for Gen 10. Are we gonna get a Toby song in Gen 10? Yeah, one of my favorite songs from the most recent chapter is, I think it's 12 a.m. That song is like ethereal. That song has vibes that I can't even comprehend. It's great, but it's so short. The problem is a lot of Toby's best songs are like a minute long, and I'm like, no, I want more. Zuko, that's it? The guy who did the music for Gale and Coliseum. They should! The Gale of Darkness and Coliseum have such good soundtracks. Got lost, never came back. Yeah, Game Freak has been actually getting, they got a YouTuber to do a song in ZA. So they clearly have guys that are like, I don't know, scouting talent. Speaking of Donkey Kong. Yeah, Ed Sheeran sings Celestial in the end credits of Scarlet and Violet that get you copyright claimed on YouTube when you play through it first time. Yay. They got you copyright claimed when you reacted to a trailer as well. And by we, I mean me. Like, I don't care if Game Freak brings in, like, big celebrities for songs, but don't put them in the copyright system. Why? Why would you do that? They should have put that song in the yeah, the Post Malone song. That was the only song on the whole album that had any Pokemon music in it. 500! We've hit 500 for Magmar / Ponyta. That's crazy. 500 in just a couple hours? God damn. Hasn't Post Malone, like, not even been able to sell an entire arena? I've seen a lot of artists are, like, canceling shows because nobody's buying tickets. I'm surprised they haven't announced TPCI hasn't done a goofy, well, they are working with, who was it, Marshmello? At that night out thing. But it doesn't seem like they have an album. Yet, I guess. They still could make one. Remember, the last Pokemon album was headlined by Katy Perry. Yeah, as somebody who likes electronic music, I've never heard one of his songs that really resonated with me. Music that's in one ear, out the next. People are horrible with money. That is unfortunately true. '90s dance goes hard, it does. I like a lot of '80s dance music too. Eurobeat, I love Eurobeat. I love me some Eurobeat. Yeah, Rhythm of the Night. That's a classic. I loved Everybody Dance Now as a kid. I mean, I love it now. I'll listen to it now, but... I remember listening to that song a lot. Mr. Vane. Some of the oldies are really good, true. 3 Disney Eurobeat. I saw on Twitter there was a tweet going around of like the Disney DDR game, and it was like Donald Duck. I don't even know what genre to describe it. It's one of the most insane songs I've ever heard. Donald Duck was going crazy. Oh, I love the Mortal Kombat theme. The Smosh Mortal Kombat theme video was iconic to me as a child. I miss DDR. I wish they still made DDR games. Remember Dance Dance Revolution with Mario? Sonic Crossworlds made song. I think I went through when I was looking for music for one of my playlists. I went through to see if I liked any of the Crossworlds remixes of songs I recognize, and I didn't add a single one. I listened to a few and I was like, well, maybe I should look elsewhere. Yeah, speaking of Sonic, this is definitely Unleashed. Yeah, this is Windmill Isle Day. Unleashed has some great music. Too bad about the werehog stuff. I got your teeny real quick. I did. 104. That's my current shortest record for full odds. Guitar Hero kind of shoved DDR to the side. Yeah, we don't even get Guitar Hero or Rock Band anymore. Rhythm games are just... It's like you gotta go to Japan for a good rhythm game. Wow, you can get DDR Mario for $29.99 with the case and the disc. That's crazy cheap. Sonic song almost won. Yeah, I guess you would need the mat, wouldn't you? Carlin, thanks for the $5. Some Panzer Dragoon. Let's see. Panzer of Dragoon. How about this one? Oh man, I love the box art for Panzer Dragoon is so classic. That's a classic right there. Thanks for the $5. Appreciate it. Unleashed had a great OST, so did Colors. I think Unleashed had a way better OST than Colors. I'm a Colors hater. I am a Colors hater. I even think Reach for the Stars sounds corny. It is a good Sega classic. Sega really does have a lot of bangers. It isn't just Sonic like a lot of people think. Planet Wisp is good. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. With the Pokeball Plus kind of sucks ass. Playing Let's Go in general kind of is that way. Your game of the year is $40 MSRP. Yeah, we talked about, like, what's gonna win game of the year this year, and I don't think we came to any conclusions. When's Rhythm Heaven coming out? Star Fox. July 2nd? Okay, so it's July. Nintendo's got a few games coming out. They got the Yoshi game. They got Splatoon Raiders. Star Fox is June, I think. Yeah, Pocopi is great. But do I expect Jeff Keighley and the gang to nominate it, let alone for it to win? No, I don't. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how Splatoon Raiders is received. You're shiny hunting Deoxys tonight? Oh, good luck. I can't wait to shiny hunt Deoxys. As soon as this challenge is over, that's where we're going. To shiny hunt the alien. If the rumors of the Ocarina of Time remake are true, maybe that would be Nintendo's nominated game. But then people would get grumpy because it's just a remake. I don't know. I don't know. Nintendo's gotta have a big game for holiday season, so... maybe that will be the one. Expanded map. Yeah, I don't want it to just be Ocarina of Time, just blankly remade. Add some other stuff in there. My dream is for them to have the Light Temple. The infamous Light Temple that they cut out of the original development. That's my dream, but will they do that? Probably not. That's my personal dream, though. Yeah, Justin, maybe you're right. Maybe they're gearing up for, like, a Zelda day where they're like, here you go, it's the movie trailer and also Ocarina of Time remake. I'm just not a fan of faithful remakes, I think, in general. Like, we've already seen Pokemon try faithful remakes, and that sucks. Give me something new, reinvent, do something different, add something extra. I don't know. Do a little, you know, a little something something. Yeah, how is it going to be different than the 3DS Ocarina remake? Which was very good. I like the Ocarina remake on the 3DS. The Zelda games have a sense of humor to them. That's true. Zelda games are serious, but at the same time, there's a lot of silly stuff and cute laughs and fun characters that make it a bit more lighthearted. remake Zelda 2. That would be super interesting. Honestly, if they give us a really good Ocarina of Time remake, I'm gonna go knock on Nintendo's door and be like, hey, can we have Majora 2? Because the Majora's Mask remake for the 3DS has a lot more oddities about it. How is it gonna look? Is it going to look like Unreal Engine 5 style? Is it going to be like still cartoony but updated like the 3DS version was? How's it even gonna look? I don't know. Look like Breath of the Ocarina of Time. Paper Mario. Ghibli style. Yeah, after the reveal of the Star Fox aesthetic, I don't know. Oh, have fun, Cloud. If Star Fox is a tech demo. I've seen a few people say that. This is Nintendo putting out a little tech demo. Trying to show their graphical power. Realistic looking Link. I feel like the worst case scenario is if it looks like the movie. When am I playing Champions? I don't know. Kinda just depends on what I feel like playing. We'll probably just do more of this tomorrow and then, I don't know, maybe Thursday. People suggest Star Fox is being developed by a US studio. That would be very interesting. Hopefully it goes better than the retro... the partnership they have with Retro. The Twilight Princess mailman. Twilight Princess has a lot of horrific looking characters, but I also find that a little bit charming. Like, why does Mallow look like that? Why does that baby look like that? I don't know. He just does. He just is. That's just him, you know? Mellow Mart's one of my favorite Zelda songs, and I'm not even joking. I hope we can get some banger tunes in the next Zelda game. I appreciate the atmospheric, open-world Breath of the Wild Tears music to an extent. And it's not like those games don't have some good songs in them, but... You think Skyward Sword has the ugliest characters? I agree. I would agree with you there, actually. Everybody's got those... Even Link has, like, weird lips. And Groose is hideous to look at. He's peak male. Surprised they haven't tried to make, like, live-action Naruto yet. Lonk. There was an old YouTuber Let's Player I used to watch as a kid, and he named his Link Lunk. And that was peak comedy to me. Lunk. Timu Gaston. He does feel like Gaston. This is not a live-action Dragon Ball yet. I'm sure glad they never made that. Oh shit, we gotta go talk to Professor Birch. Oh, I didn't realize it would play GIFs. That's hilarious. I'm like, why is Link on my screen? That scared me for a second. Why is Link here? Link stopped by to say hi. Yeah, Brendan's kind of a jerk in Gen 3. Yeah, Link was like, what are you saying about me? Geeko. One of my favorite... I think it was a YouTube poop of, Geeko going over that, like, yellow sports car, sliding over it continuously. Look at him go. I saw that movie in theaters. Oh, it might only work for mods, actually. It might be auto set to just work for mods. Which might be for the best. Frew! Alright, we'll keep going. I want to get these numbers even for next time. So I think we'll get LeafGreen to 600 and then I'll catch up on FireRed. And then I will be satisfied. I can't wait for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Love Gen 3. Big fan. Which I'm hoping for like a September, November release, maybe for those, October. Because it's not like Pokemon's releasing Winds and Waves this year, so the fall is freed up. Also, did we even talk about how many copies these games sold? Because they sold a ton. They made like 80 million with FireRed and LeafGreen on the eShop. That's crazy. It just prints money. It's free real estate. CDI Link. I have a fondness for CDI Link. You just can't wait to bomb some Dodongos. Yeah, was it 4 million? Yeah, it's gotta be inevitable. Oh, this is a great one right here. Oh no, it's an Earthbound song. Don't... No, Earthbound songs like to get copyright claimed. Don't get me. Please. You know when I played the Sun and Moon reveal trailer a few streams ago? That got my video blocked for some reason. YouTube is terrible. I mean, I just cut it out, but it's like, why do I have to do that? I just played. It was on a small tweet too. I can't believe that happened. Like, what do you mean you blocked my video over playing the 10-year-old Sun and Moon reveal trailer? That's not nice, is it? Yes, Z moves were really bad back in the day. Specifically, I think Primarina and the Eevee Z move would always get people copyright claimed. You're right. Yeah, it's been like this for a while. People don't even remember like how bad Nintendo used to be. We're losing the ancient texts. Like, YouTubers were at war with Nintendo at one point. They still are. Yeah, they came out with that partner program. Oh my goodness. Z moves were meant to be impressive, like Final Fantasy summon animations. Is there anything in Yokai Watch that's like a Z move besides like just general dancing? Sega, the problem with a lot of times it's not even like Nintendo or Pokemon. My copyright claims are always just some random person just abusing the system. Yeah, the Snorlax Z move. What was it, pulverizing pancake? That might make Snorlax meta relevant whenever we get around to Z moves and champs. Yeah, Nintendo still takes down videos. I've seen them take down a lot of like emulator-esque videos. Which I don't think they have any right to, but they do. Videos that don't show like explicit piracy, I should add. Just like how to install Luma on your blah 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 on your 3DS or whatever. Even then it's like free country. Bowling alley tier animations. Strike! The Omni Ring. They haven't even, like, merchandised it yet. They were getting Mega Rings out day one when X and Y came out. You're telling me they don't think kids will buy the Omni Ring? Truthfully, I think Pokemon kind of fumbled the bag because why didn't they expand on, like, keystones that could be, like, a pin or part of a necklace or part of your glasses? They could have carried that theme into the Omni Ring and just sold, like, Omni Ring necklaces or Omni Ring rings. Omni Ring ring. It would have been fun as customization for ZA, too. Full dual disc. I actually kind of like the Arc 5 dual discs a lot. Konami... Konami's so greedy, by the way. That new set with the Grandmaster Dark Magician, they're charging like 35 bucks for a box with not many packs. They're like, oh, we're gonna finally play the game to appeal to the scalpers, so we gotta charge scalper prices. Great. A Megastone marble set. They need to reprint those old Pokemon marbles that I would buy as a kid. Where the rare marble would be green. I have a rare Moltres marble. Shout out to Moltres. We're in his home. We're visiting right now. You win one more battle, you're in Master Ball. Good luck! I hope you can do it. Trust in the heart of the Pokemon. I can't even- I've only been able to find Rarity Collection in stores. I've been wanting to buy it online, but it's just been sold out. Sucks. And my Rarity- I did pull a Blue Eyes. I did pull a Blue Eyes with some Japanese text on it, which is kind of cool, but I didn't pull anything else. Except Pokemon, yeah. I did pull 2 different rarities of Lancia, Astral Dragon of the Ice Mountain. I cut it in secret and collectors. Woohoo! I did also get Regeki. That made my Yugi Boomer clap. Regeki, I know that card. Still waiting for them to announce a new Yu-Gi-Oh anime. Been years. Alright, we're almost at 600. We're not that far behind in FireRed. Monkey. Pokemon has never really released, like, character clothing. I feel like that would do very well. Like, imagine if you could buy, like, Corbeau's jacket or whatever. I always wanted that Liepard NPC's jacket from Sword and Shield. Yeah, Gold's hat. Stuff like that, exactly. My reaction to Shiny Ponyta is disappointing. Shiny Ponyta! Oh my god! Red's 96 shirt. Go Rush ended last year, yeah. They haven't really been able to do much with that format. Youngster Joey's shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear after all. Like, imagine if you could buy, like, Morty's scarf. People would love stuff like that. Any luck? No. We out here. I'm evening up the FireRed score right now to get to... They'll both be at 600. Well, put an 11 in front of FireRed. Just take 11,000 more, and then you get FireRed. Looked good on Price. I mean, Price does have some drip for him, going for him. I'll say that. He's more stylish than your typical, like, old man Pokemon character. The backpacker. The iconic hikers. Is 10k encounters normal for you? Well, this is my real first time full odds hunting. I usually just hunt on the Switch games, which all do not have 8,000 odds. Yeah, if only Rika wasn't written like that, I would actually like the character. Yeah, this is the credits for Gen 2. I mean, you can see my luck in LeafGreen. We've been smooth sailing over there. FireRed just wants to be difficult. And now it's like 20k. Oh, that sucks. I'll be curious to see which Deoxys will be shiny first for me whenever we get at to that point. There's no real hurry. Winds and Waves is coming out next year. I mean, we'll have Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald hopefully at some point soon. Yeah, no rush. We're just big chillin'. I'm gonna have to play so much of the game just to catch up. Well, the next shiny I'm gonna hunt in FireRed, we're going to need to get to Celadon. I don't know, Cacturn. I've been asked that a few times. I definitely don't want to give up on FireRed, even if it loses. Yeah, Fear Factory is one of my favorite Donkey Kong Country songs. When I get my shiny in FireRed chat, you'll find out. Please. Drayden's based off of Hulk Hogan. I kind of see it. They have interesting facial hair, that's for sure. And we'll do my champions pull after this as well. For funsies. There's some really weird beards in Pokemon. There are. Game Freak loves a eccentric, like, Hunger Games ass looking beard. Swordward and Shieldbert. Those characters don't feel real. A Sword replay, well, I played Shield, so I technically haven't played Sword, but I've played Gen 8, so a Gen 8 replay is on the docket. Well, it's on the list. Can't wait to reunite with everyone's favorite beloved characters, Swordward and Shieldbert. Feel like they were created by a child. With DLC, yeah. Probably with DLC. You can't escape, Kyogre. Yeah, I do Dynamax Adventures all the time. I just picked up a shiny Sudowoodo in Dynamax Adventures the other day. I'm almost caught up on my YouTube shorts. I just got the Meowth one out today. So now I just have Dratini and Sudowoodo left, and then I'm up to date. Y'all said Dynamax weekend, DA weekend is happening, so we'll definitely do that. Don't they talk about social media presence? Do they? See, this is why I need to replay, because I don't remember. Alright, FireRed, 2 more shots for ya. Last second shiny luck. Here we go. No. I can't believe I'm almost at 12K. When will the madness stop, FireRed? When will it end? When will I be free? Damn! No luck. Alright, let's check. Let's do my free check-in champs. Shiny Zard is a loner. Alright, where... There we go. I kinda wish the news thing would stop automatically popping up. It's very annoying. There is no news, game. There's no news! Change direction. Gen 2 Shiny Charizard's better. I think that's fair. Oh no, I'm not using that. Disgusting. Plugh. Honestly, forgot you were in the game, Rhyperior. Sandvale? Why would you ever run Sandvale over Dry Skin? 0 to Hero. That's a great ability name. Audino. Oh, look at this Audino art I retweeted today. This was so funny. Look at them. Who's who? I kind of like Indeedee with those. Like, that match, like, that's great. I like both of those. The color swaps. Audidi. Audidi. Indino. That's cute. Oh, and there's the regular ones. Cute. I love both of those Pokemon. They are my friends. Oh, I had to retweet this as well, chat. That's so she's almost this person almost has like I don't know, Don Bluth style, like classic animated style. Game Freak's gotta toss Bruxish a bone one of these days. They've gotta. Look at this. How could you think this is the worst Pokemon over like Barraskewda? The Little Mermaid shark. Look at the shiny too. That's such a great shiny. Give Grady a kiss. Give Grady a kiss. Love that. Yeah, my Twitter is basically all just Pokemon art chat. That's all I retweet. I don't need to, you know, bore anybody with hot takes or anything, although it's tempting. It's just all... Well, sometimes Sonic. Sometimes there's apples. The pranksters. That, I love this. Grimmsnarl's awesome. Look at Whimsicott. Whimsicott and Sableye. Klefki. I always forget that Riolu can have it. I always forget. Which one? I guess I'll take you, Audino. Why not? Yeah, maybe we'll do some Champs Thursday if I feel like it. I don't know. I definitely do want to get to Master Ball. Let's look at the stats. Is it still the same? I've seen some really evil teams out there, chat. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I've seen some really nasty, evil stall teams. If I have to fight those, I'll cry. I'll shed many tears. Oh, I hate Volcarona. Go away. Hydreigon. Look at how far Hisui Sam has risen. 24? Top 25? More people are using Hisui Samurott than Delphox. That's wild. King Gambit has fallen a lot. Oh, Skeledirge is top 30. Venusaur is top 30. Yo, no, no, no. Oh, Blastoise has risen. Been used. Yeah, Bellybolt's good. Bellybolt is very good. I feel like his Pathra seems higher. His Hisui Zoroark is 37. Scovillain's top 50. Mr. Feast. We're still not on speaking terms. Interesting. Yeah, Bellybolt can be ran a few different ways. You could go for the soak strategy, but then some of them also run toxic, some of them run acid spray. An interesting Pokemon. One I don't appreciate fighting. One that I don't really appreciate fighting. Maybe Mega Venusaur would work for my team. I don't like running like big stall Pokemon though. Guess I could run a more offensive Mega Venusaur, but... Look at that. Earth Power is at 89.6. That's probably because of Skeledirge. If I had to guess. I feel like I've seen more sleep powders on Venusaur than 7.2%. I don't know about that one. Dirge. Skeledirge is a nightmare to fight. Unaware is sneaky good. I feel like so many Pokemon that have Unaware are just goated. Like Dondozo. Rotom Wash remains popular. Starmie is still hanging in there. Starmie is still hanging around. I feel like Mimikyu's risen a little bit. Mimikyu's always good. Always solid. Dragonite is still hanging around. We saw a physical Dragonite last time I played, which is kind of annoying. I hate having to play the game of are you Mega or are you something else? Are you a mysterious other thing? Yeah, Volcarona's very strong. I want to find a partner for my Hex Gengar. Gary's top 10, damn. Actually saw somebody running Leftovers Gyarados. That was like the first time I've ever seen a Gary that was not Mega. This is a crazy top 3. Oh, you know who's also risen in the ranks? I think this was on a popular Japanese players team, or maybe they made a video about it. Where is it? I have seen a surprising amount of these pop up. Yeah, here it is. 53 Poltegeist. Poltegeist is a Shell Smasher. It can also use Strength Sap. It has Baton Pass, Stored Power, Will-O-Wisp, Memento. So careful if you see the teapot. You're in for a bad time. You're in for a bad time. I've definitely noticed there's a rise in teapots. But yeah, I'll have to think about how I want to edit my team. I want to keep Slinger, because Galarian Slowbro is so funny, but... I don't know, I have a bad weakness to ground. Especially if I take Mr. Feast away, then I have nobody to... No levitators or anything to take a Earthquake. Yeah, I'll have to go to the lab and think about it. Yeah, Pelipper is interesting. If I had Pelipper, I might pair it with Archaludon. Actually, I saw a Focus Energy Archaludon that I thought was kind of funny. Heliolisk shuts down Basculegion, like, in its entirety. It's normal type, so it can't be hit by Last Respects, and it's electric with the dry skin, so Wave Crash or Flip Turn won't hurt you. Just spill the tea. I don't know. I'll have to think about it, chat. I definitely want to get to Master Ball, so... I'll think about it. But yeah, we'll be back with more FireRed and LeafGreen tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the follows, the raid, the super chat, all that good stuff. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Yeah, Shed-Tail is good, too. Also true. Yeah, we'll be back with some more FireRed and LeafGreen tomorrow, chat. Maybe it'll be FireRed's day tomorrow. Haha. Good night, everybody. Bye!